This is a quick video on why have we got these team meetups. So I'm just going to talk through very quickly the purpose of these team meetups. So it's a bit of an introduction to this setup. Well, first of all, you're not necessarily going to be on campus together. You're going to be online together. And if you're on campus, you may have had an opportunity to chat to someone after you've had an introductory session by your program team, and you might have gone and grabbed a coffee and talked through different things that you might do. And eventually you might strike up a friendship with this small group of people that you then work with on your work outside of lecture times throughout your university journey. At the moment, it may be more challenging to do that. So we've decided to set up a safe space. And what do we mean by safe is not necessarily physically safe, although it is both physically safe, but psychologically safe in the sense of a safe space to meet, to chat through things without an academic member of staff. You can try some things out, you can practice. So this is giving you an opportunity to meet some people, and these are people on your program that you're going to be working with throughout your throughout this year and working together. And so this is a place, an opportunity to meet, to discuss some issues or concerns you might have, to collaborate, just to chat, to find out what's going on, but also to practice using Microsoft Teams. This is an environment where you're going to be doing some stuff outside of your core university work. So this gives you a place to meet, to work together, and maybe share some files to support each other as you're going through your journey throughout your degree. So you're going to practice these things in Block Zero, and so you're going to give an opportunity to learn. But also one of the key things is that you're going to have to do as a student is to do some independent work away from the formal studies. So as you move from directed, which you might have been in previous forms of education, to more self-directed and independent work as a student going forward, you need to learn the skills of doing that. And one of the key things is to try and work with others whilst you do that. So this is a real opportunity for you to practice those skills and to improve the skills of working together. We know that working together is not always easy. It can be quite challenging, and in fact can be very challenging for some students to work out those dynamics. But it is a key skill. It's a skill that you're going to need throughout your degree. We know that students who work together well end up doing better, and we also know it's a key skill for organizations when you move beyond your degree. So in your working life, beyond your degree, it is very, very likely that you're working in teams. In fact, if you look historically, more and more organizations are moving to a team-based structure. So if you can learn the skills of getting on with other people, which is not always easy, dealing with conflict, dealing with any concerns, communicating clearly, these are going to be great skills that you're going to have and make you a superstar when it comes to the world of work. So what we want to do is introduce these things within Block Zero and just play around with different ways of working. Find out what works for you, what works for other people. Find out how you can deal with different aspects of your team and different concerns. So what we've done is we've set up some activities to try and help you. Now, you don't necessarily need to follow these activities by the letter, and what we've said in these setups is that there are ways that you can play around, or varieties, but you can choose. We're trying to encourage self-determination here, for you to be self-determined in your actions and in your team. So if your team decides that it wants to do something slightly different, then that's great. Do something different. What I would suggest is if your team decides to disband, then that's not great. That's not an effective team. In fact, one of the things we know about effective teams is they overcome those challenges, and I think that you're probably able to do it. So despite it might be challenging to start with, we know that the benefits are big. So try some things out. We've set up some activities, lots of different ways of playing around with your team. You can think about your academic work and place to do this work outside of your formal sessions, but try the activities, try these different ones, try them again, work with them to see which works for you. Improve, learn through these meetups, get to know each other, have a space to grab a cup of coffee and have a chat. You know, you can bring your lunch to these places. and just talk through with this small group. There's a group of about 10 people that are on your course, and this is a great opportunity to get to know them. Microsoft Teams is a great space to do this. You can chat, you can use it on your phone, you can be out and about, and you can chat to your friends through video, or you can send them a message through Teams, so you can be in touch and share thoughts and concerns as you're going through, find out what's going on. So Microsoft Teams is a great space. Many organizations use it as their primary place for work. So you're going to be let's start that again. You're going to be gaining a really key skill in terms of your graduate employability, but it's also a great way to collaborate with others. And there's lots of different things that you can do with Microsoft Teams. We've put some of those on the Teams site to play around with. And as you go through these meetups, we'll be just trying some different things so you can see the sorts of things you can do and learn some of those skills. Just play around in this kind of psychologically safe space. So that's what we've done Teams for. That's why we have these team meetups. You want to be put in those groups, play around with the activities, follow them. Different people should lead different activities. There's different videos on how you might want to do that, and different instructions through those main team meetup web pages. So good luck with your team and good learning.